We're live. Let me turn this down a little bit. I think that's too loud. Try talking real quick here.
Hello. Do I sound okay from like back here?
Yeah, I think we're okay. All right, what's going on, guys?
Oh
Welcome.
my god, my face is so huge, man. Why'd you make my face so
No,
huge?
it's supposed to be that
No, it's
huge, man.
good. You're good. You should have seen it before. It was massive. You're good now.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to TBB TV. This is our interactive podcast where we talk about games, content creation, and informative topics. This week's episode, we have a new guest, Green Pariah. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much, man. I'm just excited to be on the show.
Thanks for the
Dude, yeah,
thanks for the raid,
thanks
man.
for being on here.
Yeah, that too.
Dude.
You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, 25 years old, husband, father of two boys. Prior service, was a veteran, was a combat medic in the Army. And then I did a little short time as an EMT, doing basic BLS on an ambulance. And then after that, I got into the construction trades, and then now I'm a ironworker apprentice in Western Pennsylvania.
That's awesome, man. How do you? I know we talked about me and you at least talked about like when we were when I was DMing you at least originally about like the union and whatnot.
Mhm.
Like how do you enjoy that? Like, do you like it?
I love it, dude. It's amazing. The work is very satisfying. You get tired at the end of the day, but you know you did something. It was the same way as an EMT, but I don't know. It's just the physicality of it, I guess, kind of makes a big difference.
Do you what do you specifically do like as like a metal worker? Like I know kind of, but like do you have like specific like tasks or like things that you have to like make or something like that? I'm not really sure. Like,
Okay, so basically an ironworker they have like 4 schools. You have your school of reinforcing, which is like rebar and concrete. You have structural, which is like the I-beams and stuff you see big skyscrapers built with. Then you have ornamental, which is like decorative stuff, windows, frames, stairs. Welding can be considered ornamental if you really get into it. And then welding is the actual other school. You have to become a certified welder on 3 different forms and also all the positions that are needed to become a nationally certified welder.
wow. Is that stuff? Is your job like super dangerous at all, or would you say?
Yeah, actually.
Says with a smile.
So typically, you could be at heights upwards of 100 feet, no problem, on a typical structural job. It goes even higher. Here in Pittsburgh, they have buildings that are 600-700 feet tall.
Jesus, man! Really,
And-
like on a lift that high?
Yes, on a side, like on the side of the building.
Yeah, no, I've seen them because I do right now. I'm doing like work like at a casino, and like ours isn't even nearly that freaking high. Like,
And you're
that's-
outside.
Yeah, that's scary as hell, dude.
And when you're putting up a building too, you're typically on the iron, on the structure itself, but you're tied off. But that only recently started about 25, 30 years ago. So like I'm still working with guys where they implemented having to be tied off at all times. So like these guys, like the older guys that are iron workers, they're coming into, we're coming in as a construction trade now where it's all about safety. It's safety over production. Whereas these older guys, they're so, they're not stubborn, but they're so set in their ways,
Right. Yeah.
So they're like, you don't need to tie off. You can do it this way. You can do it that way. And it's like, it's a very dangerous way to do things,
Yeah,
for sure.
I worked with like guys that are just like crazy. They're like old. I did this one job with like my dad like 6 months ago, and the 2 guys were like on the roof, like on either side of the roof to do it, like tied off like ropes together, like literally like levering each other. It was the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
You wouldn't see that nowadays. Like that.
Yeah.
That's really old school. That'd be pretty nuts.
Yeah, it wasn't an OSHA job, obviously. Like that.
Yeah.
There was no way that was happening.
See, I
was
might
I
get
gonna
hit
say?
with a golf ball on my job, but that's about as dangerous as it gets.
That's about the biggest occupational hazard that you have.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
get
in
yelled
high-
at
in
by
high
middle-aged women.
Yeah.
What
In
did
high
you say?
school, I said in high school I was the asshole trying to, sorry, the jerk trying to hit you with the golf ball on the
That's-
driving range.
that's,
Yeah,
not
dude.
okay.
You can, yeah. It's not okay that you swear on our stream. We don't just swear like on this stream, like
Yeah.
at all.
Fuck.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding, dude.
Yo, Hef,
we
thanks
say
for the
like-
follow,
we
man.
swear like sailors. I say that every single time we have a streamer on, because like Bach was saying the other streamer we had on before was saying that exact same thing. He was just coming on like,
Can
he's
I
like, oh
cuss on-
shit,
can I swear on
I
here?
can't swear. I was like, let you
Absolutely.
fucking say whatever you want. dude.
My, I
Like,
think
seriously.
Mike's exact words were, "We swear like sailors out here," something
Yeah,
like
for
that.
Sure.
All right, no worries. I just want to make sure it's all good.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't
Totally.
do that actually. For like marketing purposes,
Nah,
probably not the
nah.
best
Nah,
like
dude,
brand.
just
For
be ourselves.
authenticity purposes, we need
Yeah,
to.
just be like fuck everything, like shit, like you know what I mean. Like no, we probably shouldn't be doing that. So,
How'd you start streaming then? How to like all you climb on
Yeah,
the
where'd
side of
that come
buildings?
from?
Yeah.
Actually, kind of out of nowhere. We, I've been gaming for a very long time, since I was really small, and I'm sure you guys have too.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh, of course.
And I've kind of dabbled in streaming, but it was just through like the PlayStation camera.
Okay.
It actually started with no camera and just, messing around, just turning the stream on and just doing it just because I could. And then about 2 months ago, I got the idea. I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll try to take it serious. And I went out and bought a PS4 camera and actually put my picture on the screen with my streams. And then from there, it just went a little bit more serious.
Oh no.
Kind of invested a little bit of money into it. Oh.
Right.
you got a
No,
freaking
here.
whole green screen going on behind you. Man. Is that homemade?
But kind of, but believe me, that's like the 99-cent store version.
Right. Hey, if it works,
Hey,
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
dude.
it works.
It does what you
I
need
saw
to
you-
do.
I saw your stream and I just came into the stream. I was like, oh, holy shit, he's got like a floating head in the middle of his like Destiny 2 stream. It was just like in the top left-hand corner. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, with my space that I have to stream, it's very limited. So
Right.
True.
right behind that is like a whole nother room. It's like the living room back there. So it's
Yeah.
I don't really have a whole lot of area to work with.
It's funny.
Right,
that
you said your wife streams too, like right?
She plays. She's looking at getting into streaming, and I think we're gonna move that route and try to do like a dual stream.
Dude, that'd be sick. It's
Yeah, so it'd be like
super
husband and
fun.
wife. I know
Be super
there's
fun.
a couple other streamers that do like dad and son stream.
Dude,
Oh, that would be really cool, actually.
I'd kill for Katie to fucking play video games with me for an hour, bro. She never.
So how old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
3 and 1.
Oh, so they're probably not into
Jeez.
games just yet.
You wouldn't believe it, but my oldest, he's definitely wanting to play. Like,
Really?
Yeah, he's wanting to play Fortnite. He's wanting to play his Jurassic World Lego game. We bought him the Lego game, and we played it with him a couple times, but he doesn't understand yet.
Right.
He's
Right.
getting to the point where he's able to.
All right, that was me like when I used to play like the original Halo, or I
Mhm.
think it was Halo 2 actually, when you could actually do co-op with like my little brother I used to play it with, and I would literally just like we would instantly spawn in the map and I would just like instantly shoot him in the face and he would have no idea what the hell was going on. He's like, "Stop killing me!" He was like 4 years old. I'm like, "Aha, aha."
Sucker. Yeah,
But yeah,
So
Now he's actually trying to do Destiny 2 as well.
really.
Yeah, he's able to move my character and stuff too.
I've never even
he's
played
got-
Destiny. I'm not familiar with Destiny at
see,
all.
I played the first Destiny for like maybe 25 whole minutes, and then was like, okay, for real. I don't know why, but I just didn't like click with it, and I just didn't pick it. I didn't even pick it back up to give it another try. So
I feel like you do that
It's-
with a lot of games sometimes.
I do that with a lot of
Yeah.
games, but like a game needs to fucking grab my
Yeah.
attention immediately.
Yeah.
Like for me to get into it, I need to be like, okay, wow, this game's sick, like immediately. I don't know.
That
Otherwise,
Yeah,
otherwise I
that's
really
how
will
it
just
is,
push
yeah.
it aside. There's too many games out there for it to not. You know what I mean?
Must have been like
games
that for
need
you
to
for
do that.
Destiny, right?
What was
Right.
that?
It must have been like that for you for Destiny. Like you instantly picked it up and you were just like, "I love this."
Yeah, especially as somebody that played a lot of Halo, and the movement system and the gun system was, they were very similar.
Yeah.
And the story, the lore, like I used to read all the Halo books too. So like I'm a big nerd. So, going into the lore of Destiny is what really kept me there. And like I love the gameplay. The gameplay itself was definitely worth it, but the lore is really what made it for me. But it wasn't in the game. You had to read it through the grimoire, and a lot of people
What the hell-
just
what's
play.
the Grimoire?
So the grimoire is a collection of cards and stuff you could collect, like collectibles within the game, and you could go off-site
that's
onto
interesting.
Bungie's website and actually read snippets of stuff about the past, like stuff that they don't tell you in the game. Like there's exotic weapons in Destiny, and when you collect those weapons, you get a grimoire card for that gun, and that gun, like, it has a story behind it, right?
Hmm.
So
Okay.
like there's these vast stories.
Sounds like
of,
League.
Well, I actually haven't played League, and I haven't read any of the lore on it.
I'm pretty sure League's lore goes like
Yeah,
hard.
League lore
No,
goes
it
real
doesn't.
hard.
It
Yeah,
doesn't?
it does.
It- No, dude. All right. I don't mean to interrupt you, Pariah, about like going into this, but like, yeah, League lore is not in depth like at all. They like
Oh, really?
try to do it, dude. No, it's like every champion has like a paragraph of lore. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of champions, and like you can kind of piece them together, but it's like having a puzzle where you're missing like 72 out of 100 pieces. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Okay.
Okay.
So they have no lore.
Yeah, they have like the outside frame of lore, like basically
Okay.
when
They
you're
should do
building
like a
the outside-
TV series.
That's kind
I'm
of
surprised they
upsetting
haven't done
because,
that.
Dude, if they
An
wanted
MMO
to,
or
really,
anything.
like, well,
Dude, you should try it. You should definitely try League, Pariah.
for sure. I mean, if you want your life to end.
Like I've done a couple of the MOBAs. Like I played Heroes of the Storm,
Garbage.
but
Okay.
not very regularly. So it's definitely not my forte. Like I used to be real big into StarCraft in high school.
Oh, yo, was that fun? I never played that, but it looked so fun.
The original StarCraft and Brood War, it was amazing. Like those
Oh,
were,
man.
like you could get into custom matches, and they were just there's so much to do. Like you could go on there and just spend hours doing something different every time.
Right.
Were they real time strategies?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and that's what kind of bred the MOBA genre.
Yeah.
Was like a private mode within StarCraft and
Didn't
Warcraft,
Dota come from
actually.
that?
yeah.
Dota came from
Yeah,
Warcraft.
Hero Wars or
Warcraft.
something like that, right?
Yeah, it was. They had like expansions or like modules.
Well,
for,
it was like
Warcraft.
it was like a privately made thing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like there was one
So-
guy, or at least a
So
team.
with those,
Something.
sorry,
No,
You're good.
No
Go
problem,
for it.
dude. Yeah, we do this all the time. We
Yeah.
interrupt the shit out of each
Yep,
other,
go
so
for
it's
it.
like, go ahead.
yeah. So with the Blizzard games like Warcraft 3 and StarCraft, they came with a map editor built in with it. So like you could
Okay.
you could take all the stuff from the game and actually make your own maps and
That's kinda
make your own like scenarios. You can make your own characters using pre-built characters and models and stuff. So
Okay.
like that's what people did was they ended up creating all these different specialist classes, kind of like what we have now in MOBAs. So pretty much it was all founded by people brainstorming and coming up with ways to, let's make this different and make it more interesting
Yeah,
by
just
creating
develop their
special
teams.
characters.
Yeah. It's
And
sick.
and that's where the Nexus actually comes from. Is yeah, so it came from the original Dota break off from StarCraft. At least that's as far as I know. That's how it came about.
Interesting. Yeah, they clash together a lot. Like where people, like at least all the MOBAs do. They're like, oh, Dota's better than Warcraft, or like Dota's better than League, and League's better than all this, and like I don't really know
Well,
like
I
exactly like.
promise you that League is much better than Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm is trash.
Have you played Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah, I tried a game. Garbage. Straight garbage. For
I remember when you and Jordan were playing Heroes of the Storm, and Jordan was trying to tell me that it was like faster paced League, and I should try it.
It is like faster paced League, and it's like you literally just start and then team fight. Like you just smash into
What?
each other. It's just
Is that how that is?
you like spawn on horses and it's
Wow.
just go boom right into each other's faces.
Oh my-
And I was like,
oh my
what is even happening right now? For real. Like it made no sense at all.
It sounds like Overwatch kind of.
It's not.
You'll
like
never get me to play
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I've seen so many people play it. Have you played Overwatch, Bri?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Oh yeah, I like it. I don't have enough time to play all the games I like to play.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's-
You got to stick to like what your actual forte.
Yeah, so like I said, Destiny 2 is my main game, but I do dabble in pretty much everything.
Do you enjoy like streaming Destiny 2 like mainly, or?
Yeah, absolutely. But I have a lot of support from my clanmates and stuff. They're always in my party and they make it lively and interesting.
Right.
True,
Um,
for sure.
So there's never a quiet time during my stream at all. Plus, my beautiful wife is always playing with me, so it always helps to have somebody else.
Definitely
you know.
helps for sure.
Yeah, for like I that's exactly like us. So like whenever
Yeah.
we stream or something like that, we always have like everybody like chiming in and saying you're yelling or potentially ruining the stream.
Exactly.
As long as you're having fun, like while you're
Yeah.
streaming,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter what goes on. I mean, your viewers will come to you. You
Right.
know.
I got
So
I got a
you-
question for you. Sorry,
Mhm.
go ahead and finish what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
How do you like balance? Because you said you work full time. So how do you balance that and streaming and growing on your stream at the same time?
Well, it's a really big juggling act. To be honest with you, I get up at 5:30 every day. I'm leaving for work before 6, and then I start work at 7. And then throughout the day, on my breaks and stuff, I'll do my social media interactions, and do my tweets, do my private messages, DMs, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. I try to do one in the morning before work starts. That's my big Instagram one. I work at an interesting place, so I have interesting pictures to usually share with,
Oh yeah, for sure.
with my followers and stuff. So usually there's pictures of like heavy equipment or rigging or anything like that related to my trade
Right.
that I can put out there.
Just shit
That
going
way
on
I
with
can
you.
connect more.
Yeah.
And then, I get home and spend time with the family for a few hours before the kids go to bed. And it's really not a lot of time, but the kids, I work so late that I don't get a lot of time with the kids, but I spend as much time as I can before I get on the stream. So I have to, I stream a little bit later. So I start my streams at 9 p.m. Eastern. And they usually run about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So they're short streams, which is not typical of
Right.
people that are trying to be serious with streaming. They typically do between 4 to 6 hours as a minimum. So I'm doing really micro streams, but I do have a lot of success with them. So I think the biggest thing that I've been able to do is use social media very well. My wife has been able to help me with that a lot because I'm not really big into social media, but she has the full background, with social media and stuff. So basically just gathering a following on all the different places and making sure that I'm on at the same time every night has been able to allow my followers to come in and see my stream on time.
Right.
Now, it doesn't always work out like that because
Oh,
some
yeah.
days I'm just too tired to stream,
Shit happens.
too sick, What's
Yeah,
up,
we,
dude?
we run into the exact same problems. I mean, we're missing one of our guys right now, so
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
we completely
Life.
understand like what that's like.
It's his
life
birthday.
happens.
For sure.
Yeah, life happens, and I'm not saying that it's not exhausting, but if you want to succeed, you have to do it. If you want to become a streamer, you have to put the time and dedication in to make it happen. You can't just sit back and it's going to come to me. It's not.
Right. So how many days a week do you
uh,
stream?
I try to stream every night.
Every night. Okay.
Right now, if you check my channel, it says I only guarantee Saturday nights, and that's pretty much true except for last Saturday. I wasn't able to stream last Saturday, but I do stream pretty much every single night at 9 p.m.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So you
like
only
that.
do like hour to 2 hour streams. Do you think if you did longer streams it would help, or do you think because you're streaming a smaller game that it doesn't really matter?
Well, I don't think the size of the game that I stream matters because I play mostly PvP. I don't do PvE as much. I do it occasionally, but because I'm doing PvP and I'm not doing it because of my gameplay, I'm doing it because of my personality. I'm trying to bring people in to follow me, not
Right,
necessarily
the
the
game.
game. Because I know the game is not popular.
Could you explain to me how Destiny 2 like works exactly? Because like I'm sure that
yeah,
three of us or
mildly
somewhere
lost. Yeah, mildly lost.
You
I don't even
literally
I don't
have
even
no
know what like multiplayer like necessarily looks like. Is it just a
Yeah, like,
deathmatch or
what
like
the-
what's
yeah.
going on?
Yeah, so there's a couple different modes in Destiny 2's PvP. Let me start with the base game. The base
Alright,
game,
perfect.
you have your PvE. You have to level up your character to the maximum level. You grind for gear. Your gear makes no difference in the game, which is kind of shitty from.
It's just aesthetic.
It has attributes to it that makes a little bit of a difference, but if you talk to any person that plays competitively or real actively, they'll tell you the same thing, that the only gear that really makes a big difference is your exotics. And sometimes some of the stuff on mods can make a big difference too. So I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of it, but basically the gear really does not matter. but then you have your PvP side. So once you start to get good gear, you can kind of go into the Crucible, which is their PvP. They have ranked and unranked playlists now, which is new to one of the newer updates in the game, and you can grind for different gear within the Crucible. So basically, PvP, your classes, you have 3 different classes. You have your Warlock, your Titan, and your Hunter, and they all have 3 different subclasses. They all do different things. They have different abilities, and they all kind of play like rock, paper, scissors. But due to the nature,
yeah, like, okay, I know. I've played a few games where it does like mostly the rock, paper, scissors, shoot like type of strategy. Like a lot of games do that.
There's one way to balance one out with one balances the other out, one balances the other out. It's not exactly like rock, paper, scissors. It's a very messy way to put it, but and of course, due to the nature of it being a PvP game and a video game, there's always going to be unbalance, and that's kind of where we're at right now. And that's how Destiny's always been. There's always been one class or one subclass or 2 subclasses that's overpowered or underpowered.
They do that with like literally every game. I don't think they could ever get it right. It's actually ridiculous. It's really hard to balance a multiplayer online game, dude. And we would know because we play League. They change it literally every week.
I'm just thinking League, like, dude, how do they even like?
I don't even know. I don't even know the process.
There are way too many things going on.
There's like 100 champions in League, right?
There's like 140 something champions.
Is there 140?
I'm pretty sure it hit 100.
I think there's it's like 100 and it might be 100.
Google Magic.
You might be right.
Somebody.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
Yeah. Either way, there's a lot, and there's a ton of items, and there's a ton of stats. So it's just like numbers, and I have no idea how that they balance each other out at all. Like for example, Mike, what were you saying about the new update, right? Like ADs are gone, top laners are gonna be dumb, right? Or is that what Connor was saying?
That was Connor.
I think that was Connor saying. I haven't read the patch notes for that, but like, there are 141 release champions right now.
That's a lot.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
They're coming out with a new one too this week.
Oh yeah, that support assassin type guy.
He's like, yeah, but dude, it's crazy. I mean, I don't want to get into League because like that's not why we're here, but like. League is crazy. We just started getting back into it, really, to be honest, and just for content wise, just for like thinking of games that we all play together. And it's too addictive, man. Like I had to literally, I streamed it like back last summer.
Oh,
and no, I'm saying like consistently,
right?
And I had to stop, dude. It was really bad, and I was like, I'm playing this game way too much, and I love it, and I won't stop playing it.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is with Destiny, and it's been that way since Destiny 1 for me. My wife and I, we got into the alpha and the beta for Destiny 1, and we haven't really stopped playing the game ever since.
Jeez.
So
that's crazy, dude. I heard a lot of people gave that like mixed reviews. That's why like I never like thought it was like that crazy. Like a lot of people that played Halo.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those things where like you hate it or you love it. There's almost no in between.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it seems like the fans are really like diehard Destiny fans. Like, at least the people that like it really like it. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I it's not that I don't have my gripes with it. There are a lot of things that I'd like to see better, but I'm such a small voice in a large community, you know. So I can't really complain too much. I'm just happy with being able to play it.
Right. I just liked how like enthusiastic you were about like playing like a game that like I don't even know how big of like the viewer is, like the market for like Destiny.
So I could tell you right now that it's probably on the 3rd or 4th row of the directory, sitting around 6,000 to 7,000 viewers.
Okay, so that's relatively all right then. It's like a tier 2. It's like tier 2.
It's decent. It's not bad. And the only reason why it's that high right now is because Warmind just released a couple weeks ago. So there's a new expansion out.
Okay.
When I started streaming it, it was on average on a slow night about 2,000 viewers, with the top streamers pulling in about 700 of those.
Right.
I mean, yeah, like I've streamed Skyrim before, and like you can still get people coming in and
Oh, yeah.
enjoying your content
Bro,
regardless of what you
that's
do.
funny that you say that because since I was having internet problems at my house, that's actually the reason that I'm like here with him right now is because I like literally can hardly do anything from my
Yeah,
house.
because
at all. So
he streams on a potato and he streams off of a router that's also a potato.
His computer's not a
that's
potato.
Not a potato, bro.
I'm kidding. The router's probably a
The-
Yeah, the
potato.
router.
I don't even know. I can't do anything about it. My stepdad's whole deal. But yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Skyrim. No, dude. I was thinking about doing that, like doing like 0 to 100 Skyrim and playing it for like hours. It'd be so damn fun. Because I got the. What's up?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I got the new like Legendary Edition, so I never got to play the like the expansions or the DLCs when they came out for the original Skyrim. So I'm super excited about those, like honestly, and I want to get back into it.
Before you go into like the Skyrim thing, Tweety's got a question. He says, "Do you think
Yo,
you
Susan,
think
thanks
you
for
would
the follow, man.
switch games if people were less inclined to follow you or even like unfollow you? Like if your community didn't like you streaming Destiny anymore, or would you continue doing it?"
Well, I like Destiny a lot, so I think I would stay with that because I have a lot more fun with it. You know, there's certain games where I do have fun with, but right now my community actually loves the game. Like that's what they want to see played. I know a couple of my viewers, they watch other stuff as well, but I feel that they're not there for the gameplay. They're more or less there for the interaction I have with the chat and with my viewers and then with my clanmates.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would leave unless the game really dragged me. If I was really interested in the game, that might be the only time.
I'm having an issue right now because like I like streaming because I play Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 2 has like 50 to 100 viewers at a time, and then I also like to play Fortnite, which is like the #1 game on Twitch right now. So I'm like having a hard time trying to figure out like where to go. Sort of
the two extremes.
Yeah.
So like there's one way to look at it is play what you have the most fun with, and then your viewers will come because they'll see you enjoying yourself and having a good time, and they'll come in and they'll stay. You'll make a community. You'll be able to connect with the smaller viewer base at first, and then once you get more comfortable with your community, you can switch over to something else if you feel like you should or if you feel like you need to.
Right.
Whereas if you start streaming a large game, you can get a mass amount of viewers very quickly, but not necessarily followers that are loyal, because they're looking for a very specific thing during their gameplay, because there's so many channels that are streaming the same time that they can choose whoever they want.
Right.
If you don't make that standout, play or that standout joke or just something that stands out from all 12,000 streamers on Fortnite,
Yeah, there's so many, dude.
they're gonna leave. There's no loyalty in a very large viewer base game. That's why League of Legends is kind of hard to stream when you're first starting out as well, because there's so many viewers and so many channels streaming
You just
it.
get buried.
Yep.
You get buried on the directory, and that's where a lot of people get discouraged when they first start streaming. And I made the choice going into Destiny knowing that it's a mid-tier game. I knew that I was going to have fun doing it no matter what. So I was just more than happy to get the viewers that I can and my followers that I could.
Right.
Just by playing a game that I enjoy, because I know if I'm enjoying it, my viewers are going to enjoy it as well.
That's
I mean, if they're there for you, then yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly. I mean, that's like what like all streaming is really about anyway. It's not really about like grabbing like the most. I've said this before. It's like it's not about like grabbing the most amount of people possible to get in your stream, like just thinking of them as numbers. You know,
Grabbing
what I mean?
the right people.
It's grabbing the community you enjoy playing, like the game or the content you enjoy. Like if you love streaming Fortnite, go ahead, stream Fortnite. But like, yeah, you gotta understand, like you're probably gonna get buried. But like,
I've had a lot of success streaming on my Fortnite because I have a YouTube channel as well, and I just recently hit 100 subs. And when I stream, because I restream on Twitch and YouTube at the same exact time, so when I stream on YouTube, I get a lot more views, like and exposure off of that. And at the same time, like you mentioned, like having fun. I don't know what game I have more fun playing, is Modern Warfare 2 or Fortnite, but I'm trying to decide right now whether I want to go with YouTube or Twitch streaming.
So I have no experience with YouTube as a streamer. I've stuck with Twitch since I started. It's been easiest for me to transition into, like to actually start with, rather than trying to go into YouTube, because I don't know anything about it. I watched Twitch pretty regularly before I started as a streamer,
Right.
and all I can say is I think YouTube is moving towards being the next Twitch. It's getting very popular. A lot of people are having a lot of success on YouTube, and I don't think it just started. They just started allowing streaming a year ago or a year and a half ago.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
So you're jumping in at the right time to kind of build your viewer base there, while you can also build your YouTube channel at the same time. And
Right.
since you
That's what I
already
love
have
about it.
and you already have an existing presence on YouTube, so you already have a follower base or a subscriber base on on YouTube, whereas on Twitch you're starting from scratch. I mean, you can carry over a couple viewers and followers and stuff, but it's not going to be, you know, 100% like it is on your YouTube.
Right.
Kesuin says his beard is glorious. Ask if he uses conditioner.
I use a essential oil and a beard balm that my wife made with like beeswax and coconut oil, and it's good stuff.
It is a nice
Oof.
beard though.
Fancy.
Very full.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're looking at three beardless kids.
Yep.
I've been trying to grow a
Yep.
beard for like 10 years.
I got this
dude.
little scruffle down here.
That's all right. It'll come.
What about there? That's about it.
Yeah. He also said the old 2-in-1. Yeah, that's basically because Aaron has bad internet.
No,
And-
he's talking about me streaming to YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I
I
I'm
don't
just talking about you guys being the 2-in-1 panel.
He could be. Man.
that too.
Or he's talking
He-
about shampoo and conditioner on the
that
beard.
he made that comment when I was talking about
Maybe.
restream. The reason I started restream is I was watching the streamer and it showed he had his viewer count for Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer, and I was like, "Yo, is this guy streaming on all three?" And I was like, "There's no reason not to," you know what I mean? Because like, well, I mean, there is a reason now because I could be an affiliate if I wanted to be, but I value the exposure of like streaming on two different platforms over like a few subs and like a couple dollars, honestly.
Right. I feel you. So like you'd rather earn your viewer base across platforms before trying to monetize.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's a smart move as well. But it's when you start to want to monetize, I think, is when you would come into a problem.
Yeah, because I can only do one when I monetize.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And then
You have to make
either
that
you're going to
choice.
lose your your Twitch, you're going to lose your Twitch influence, you're going to lose your
Yeah.
Mixer influence or your YouTube influence. And not all fans are going to remain loyal on either of the three. So it's a tough call, but you can get a very large viewer base. And I know a lot of people that stream on Facebook as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
that.
I was-
Facebook's
I was asking
huge.
if you heard about that.
And you can
That's-
promote your stream. You can
Mhm.
pay. You can pay to promote your. Every stream I see on YouTube says sponsored
Um,
or
yeah, so
Facebook. My bad, not YouTube.
it's actually very cheap to do as well. I'm not gonna lie, I've done it. I've promoted my Facebook page for my gaming page, with a couple random pictures here and there and a little tidbit of information, just to try to garner more likes to my Facebook page and to my Twitch profile. And it's very cheap. Like, in fact, Facebook even like they gave me a $30 free promotion, so it would reach, I think it was like 3,000 people in 3 days.
Shit. Really?
Yeah.
For $30?
Yeah, it was a free one, so
That's
I didn't
crazy.
pay anything for it, but it was just to try it, right? But then I did pay $10 for one, and that was able to get me 800 views, or 800 views, 800 views on my sponsor.
Yo, Hef, thanks for the raid, man.
In 2 days.
Yeah, that is really good. I remember I looked at like I've looked a bunch of times at like analytics, and I thought about promoting the tweet with where I met TSM, because that one got like huge traction. I think it had like 100,000 impressions, so like 100,000 people saw the
actual tweet.
The actual tweet,
Yo, can I
which is
move this
pretty
down a
cool.
bit?
Just-
But on Twitter, it's
Thank
so
you.
expensive, dude. It's like 50 cents an impression.
Really?
Yeah. So that would have cost us, I think, like $50,000.
Sorry, one of my
Insane.
buddies is rating us.
Oh man. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for
Yeah.
the raid.
For sure.
Love it.
Does Hef come from your stream?
Hef and I are actually clanmates.
Oh,
We've been
sick.
playing together for a couple of years now,
Dope.
and obviously he streams as well. We both got affiliate within a day of each other.
That's
He
crazy.
had stopped streaming for a while, and came back to it. I think I kind of brought him back into it because I started, and we kind of raced each other to get affiliate. And he got it the day before I did.
Oh man. Yeah,
Damn.
that's unlucky, man.
It's all right though. It's healthy competition.
Yeah, pushes you to be
Oh, yeah,
better.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Are you trying to become like a well, obviously you're trying to become a partner, but like I mean, how are you able to fit in the guidelines of being a partner, like based on like how you stream and whatnot, or no?
I believe so. I mean, I don't break any of the terms of service or anything like that, but I've got a long ways off before
Right.
I hit anything with partner. Some of the requirements, like as soon as you hit affiliate, you can apply to become a partner. Not a lot of people understand that. You don't even have to hit the things. You can apply for it beforehand, but it depends on how popular of a brand you are.
Right.
But they do have guidelines set in place to, okay, if you
Filter.
hit D, then you should stand a chance at being a partner. So like one of the biggest ones is the 75 viewer average. So for every stream, you have to have 75 viewers watching you, which is incredibly hard considering
Yeah.
the step to affiliate that holds a lot of people up is the 3 viewer average.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine what 75 viewers
Yeah.
in your stream is like, and trying to gather that many viewers at the same time.
I get excited when I just see the number go from like 5 to 6 or like 6 to 7. Like that just I'm like, oh cool, someone new is in
Dude,
here.
for real.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that. There's some like really popular streamers that I see, like they'll start up their streams and for the first like 3 hours they're sitting at like 10 viewers, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's just insane. Like to me, I feel like do you feel like the market at all is like of people watching Twitch is like shrinking at all?
With all the different avenues people can watch, Mixer and YouTube, I still think Twitch is the number one. It's the most well-branded version of the streaming platforms.
First to the party.
I mean, they have their own convention. I mean, TwitchCon is super
Yep.
popular, and they're in every sort of Comic-Con, any sort of gaming booth, gaming
Yeah.
convention. They're everywhere, and they're branded like that. So anybody that's playing games, they pretty much know about Twitch. It's very, very hard to meet a gamer that doesn't know anything about Twitch. So,
That is very true.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
yeah. I mean, there's actually a lot of people that I know that I'm friends with that don't know anything about Twitch, but ever since like I think Ninja played with me, like, now all my friends are like, oh yeah, I've heard of that kind of.
Yo, Wonderland,
Yeah.
thanks for the follow, man.
Just play with Drake all the time, right? I'm like, oh, not everyone, but
it's become a little bit more mainstream. He definitely put it on the map with that stream with Drake.
He made
I
it
actually
cool.
just read about that because he actually didn't just play with Drake. Like he had people calling to play with him. Like one of the Pittsburgh Steelers wanted to play with him.
Juju Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
One of the
My
phase.
dog.
He's in phase.
the kid's
Yeah.
trying to get on the stream too.
Yeah. She's whining at me. She hates it when I don't pay attention to her. Big old pit bull.
That's your dog?
Yeah. Did you hear her whine?
Oh no, I didn't. I thought it was like your other, is it your other son?
No, they've been in bed for about an hour.
I was
Actually, longer than that.
Oh yeah, it's
40
really.
minutes.
Actually, I kind of forgot what time it was, to be honest. I was like, yeah.
Come here, Cass.
So speaking of like the numbers, does it ever like when you first started, like I'm not asking this for like me or any of us, but like for people watching, how did you kind of navigate like seeing that big fat zero on the viewers? Did that bother you at all? Because I know some people it doesn't bother, and some they like freak out.
Well, when I first started, I was really like when I first got serious in April, the beginning of April. I was just streaming with just the PS4, no camera, no nothing, just my voice and the game. And yeah, watching the zero I knew there was something more like than just the zero sitting there. So I was just trying to have fun with it.
Right.
It was discouraging, but I knew that was just a phase and that I would grow. It had to grow organically and it would come eventually. And I kind of, I have a pretty good support base with my clan and my wife being able to watch and stuff. So I was able to start with, of 1 to 2 viewers very easily.
That's how we all go too.
Yeah.
And then, from there, I was able to make friends with a lot of fellow streamers, small streamers that stream the same game, rating them with my 1 to 2 viewers or 3 viewers, just to make friends with them.
Right.
Be like, hey, I'm here, I'm on the map. It's nice to meet you. I see you play the same game. Maybe we can game together. And I hate to say network, but it's really networking.
Yeah.
But you're just making friends with other streamers, and without the support that I've gotten from my other, my streamer friends, like the Hef, for instance. Without the Hef, I wouldn't, I'd be struggling still. And there's a couple other streamers I'd like to mention at some point. But
Go ahead if you
Yeah,
want.
go for it.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
plug them all in.
all right. So Overlord of Salt. He's another streamer that's helped me out a lot. Yeah.
I like that name.
Name is great. Big old ginger.
Soul.
He's so the first stream that I had as an affiliate, he personally gifted 4 subs, and
What?
yeah, and what was it, 1,500 biddies? It was over 1,000 bits, personally from him, and I used to play with him on Destiny 1 way back in the day, and I hadn't talked to him or seen him, and I raided him one night, a couple weeks before I hit affiliate, and he came in after, we started going into each other's streams, and he, that first night as an affiliate, he gifted all those subs and gave me all the
It's
biddies.
crazy.
That's
it was pretty
awesome.
awesome.
For
And
sure.
then D Fraley, he's another streamer that has been a big help in my success. We've been rating each other, been supporting each other, and through him I met Requiem's Lullaby as well. He's another small streamer, but he's absolutely very supportive. He's always in the chat, always talking, always giving conversation, and he's always cheering as well. With the bits and stuff. So it's awesome to build a small community. And then another streamer. Sorry,
No,
loud
you're
plug.
good, dude.
No, you totally
Plug
saw
away,
it.
man.
Yep.
The you guys are gonna laugh at this one. The Fat Man. Yeah, the PHAT man.
Oh, dude, he went with a PH, dude.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's so funny how I found him. I was looking to I didn't want to lose my viewers. I didn't want to drop my viewers off of the directory, right? So I want to take my viewers to somebody else that's streaming the same game, so somebody else can enjoy them. It's recycling viewers, so to speak. And so what I did, I went in the directory while I was still streaming, and I was looking for people that looked interesting to me. And the thumbnail of the Fat Man was him sitting in his chair with a polar ice cup from like Circle K. And I was like, all right, that's the man right there. So I rated him with my stream of like 6 or 7 viewers, and I made his night, and then ever since then we've just become friends, and we've been rating each other and viewing each other's streams and all that good stuff ever since. So
Dude, that's really
been,
awesome.
yeah.
I love hearing those stories, actually, man. Like that's really great. Like it's really important, actually, that you
Go
make
translate
friends
that.
with like people who are doing that. They're doing the same thing you're doing. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I agree. They have, in order to succeed as a small streamer, you have to make friends, and then eventually it becomes, I hate to say it, but it becomes about which friends you make. You don't want to lose your friends that you have made at all, but eventually it comes to the point where making more friends, the more friends you have, the more likely you are to succeed. You'll eventually-
It's like any business. You know what I mean?
You gotta have the what am I looking for? The right way in, essentially.
No, absolutely, for sure. Like I noticed that like a lot of people don't really communicate with their community, I guess. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they'll just like sit there and just stream and don't. I mean, they don't have to be like really serious about it, but also like it's always good to just go in other people's streams, like raid them with a couple of viewers, stay in their stream, like say what's. I do that with like a lot of different, at least as much as I can. I can't watch. I'm sure you understand too. Like I'm working like I work about 2 hours away now, right now. So all my days are like about 14-hour days of work. So like to actually get into somebody's stream is like very, very hard for me to do. So, but I try to do it as much as I can because like you said, I'm trying to actually make friends with everybody, like so I can have somebody like you who's like a great person to actually have on the stream and talk about like managing their like life like between streaming and working, and then and I couldn't do that if I didn't like actually go out and talk to you guys and like go and like try my best to like make
Right.
friends with you.
Right. So like that's one of the things I try to do. Whenever I can, I'll go in. If they're streaming during the day, I try to go on there and just being in there as a number.
Right.
It helps. And they notice it. I mean, if you have Streamlabs, OBS, or Chatbot, you can see the viewers, who your regulars are. You can see all the points that they acquire if you have currency. You can see how many hours people have watched, and you can see who's been in there regularly.
Right.
And I know I have regulars, and I appreciate all of my followers and viewers and stuff. And I know that the other streamers do as well. And just going in and making small talk for 5-10 minutes at a time, it really makes somebody's day, especially if they're sitting at 3 viewers or 2 viewers, and you go in and you're just like, hey, what's up? How do you like this game? I've never seen this game before. Can you explain it a little? Like just talking about your day
Makes people's
with the
day.
streamer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just making conversation, especially small streamers, because that's the one thing that they always want is the
Someone
chat
to
to be
talk
active. And that's the one thing small streamers have a lot to work with or work on, is talking during the stream the whole time. They have a very hard time being interactive to themselves on camera. So it's dead silence is like the worst thing you can have as a small streamer. As soon as somebody comes in and they see you just sitting there slumped over playing the game, like focused on the game,
Yeah.
like
Right.
not doing anything, not talking, not saying anything, and you're just like completely intent on the game, you're not really paying attention. They leave, they bounce, they're gone, and they most likely will never come back again.
Yeah, I mean, there was no value for them there. You know what I mean? Unless you're a god at the game, that's what you need to do. Like for
exactly.
real.
If
And
you're,
I mean, I have a problem with it. Absolutely, I do for sure. I'm like super
Tweety
awkward.
said
I'm pretty quiet.
burger resting bitch face.
Yeah,
I
he's got a problem.
I
He looks like an asshole.
I try to work on it all the time. It's just it sucks sometimes
I'm kidding.
because I
No,
just
dude.
yeah,
Tweety's actually the man. Tweety's the guy that
super supportive.
yeah,
of
super
TBB.
supportive. He like started
Dude.
following Eric. He watches the fucking podcast. He hops in on my stream. He hops in on. I mean, I don't know. Mike doesn't stream that often. Does he hop in?
Oh yeah,
Does
no.
he hop
yeah,
in
Tweety,
on?
Tweety.
He
I was
came
in-
into
I
his
was-
stream last night.
I was
Did he?
literally
Yeah, see,
streaming
dude,
for like 2 hours. And
Tweety's the
Tweety was
man.
like, yo, what's up?
Tweety's the man.
It's, you'll find those people that are super supportive of you because of you and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish, and that's always awesome to find those people. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Tweety himself has actually grown super fast too, which is crazy. I've been watching his stream. Like I lurk a lot in his stream because, like I said, like I lurk a lot in like a lot of people's streams where I keep them open.
No, hide it. That's hilarious. We
And,
just got our first
Tweety-
hate comment. Come on.
Wait, what happened?
First
This-
hate comment.
We got our first hate comment. It was someone that wasn't speaking English. I said, "Only English, man. Sorry, I don't know what you said, but thank you." And then he said,
Something about
Something
our
about
streaming is fucking shit.
"Our streaming is shit. I'm out."
It's like, all right, man.
All right, peace.
Sorry,
Later, bro.
not really.
Derbs.
But yeah, Tweety is actually like one of the most. If you guys want to check him out, like I don't know Green Pariah, but like if you want to check
Yeah,
out
Tweety.
Tweety, dude, he's so entertaining on Modern Warfare 2. It is so funny. I don't know why. He knows he's not like the
He's
best.
so
at the game,
bad.
and
He
just-
knows he's bad. I'll say it. He's trash at Modern Warfare 2, but he just makes it so entertaining. It's
But
a
as
good
long as
time.
you're having fun, man,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. If you're entertaining, that's what Twitch is. It's an entertainment platform
right,
for people to be entertaining to other people. And if you're not entertaining, you're not going to make it.
right.
It's as simple as that. So there's 2 forms of entertainment. There's personal entertainment and there's gameplay entertainment. You're either one or the other.
And if
can't
you
be
have
somewhere in
both, you're a
between.
god.
Yeah, exactly. And
Not to toot our own horn.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I said not to toot our own horn. I'm just playing. I'm playing. Totally playing.
yeah, if you're both, you're absolutely like going to be very popular very quickly. Like Dr. Disrespect. I mean,
Ninja.
he's got an attitude, he's got his own character, and he's really good at the games he plays. So, I mean, there you go. Averaging, let's see, I think earlier he was averaging 22,000 viewers.
Yeah, that's
So-
insane, dude.
Dumb.
Absolutely
Yeah.
insane. What do you think? Like some of those people view bot?
Not the big streamers. I really think they earn their viewer base organically.
It snowballs, man. I don't think they
It's
view
so
that.
crazy to think about that, Pariah. Like 22. Think about that. Just 22,000 people just watching
Dude, it'd
one
be
person.
nuts.
Dude,
play.
look at Ninja. He
I know Ninja
fills,
gets like
he
100,000.
fills a
He gets, like,
football
he-
stadium twice a day, every single day. 100K at least.
He's sitting at 90,000 right now, just so you know.
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
dude.
man.
Dude, I think that the time he had Drake on, I was watching. I'm pretty sure he hit
600,
over 600,000.
600.
Yeah, just
He broke all the records
Stupid.
that night.
Stupid.
We're stealing 13 viewers from Ninja right now, basically.
You'd
Basically, what's going on.
be surprised. There's a ton of viewers on Twitch at any one time. A ton.
Yeah, I gotta look at the analytics sometime. Amount of I like just so I can understand like the amount of active viewers and like understand like the market better. But like, it's got to be like what, like 500,000 people at one time, maybe. It's got to dip between that.
Dude,
What do you
More
think?
than that.
yeah, I'd say more than that,
Lower.
honestly.
So like there's a nice website called twitchstrike.com.
Okay.
If you go there, it gives you all the analytics for every game that you log in with your own profile. You put in your game library, and it kind of helps you choose what games you should be playing based
Really?
so based on the channels, like that directory, based on the top 5% of what they're taking, and then what's left after that. So it kind of gives you a score based on how many viewers you can go on
Probability.
it.
Dude, that's a game changer. Really, that I've never even heard of that. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, for real.
I haven't used it. Like I used it to kind of get an idea.
Took a handy note. Thank you.
That's really useful as a variety streamer, I would feel like. You know what I mean?
Yes, if you're constantly playing different games all the time, like one night you have this game, the next night you have this game, you can kind of, and it gives you analytics too. So like you can see when that game peaks on Monday, you can see when that game peaks on Tuesday,
Huh.
so on and so forth. So
That's
you can
something-
see when the
That's
most
crazy useful. Like, holy shit.
yeah, you can see when the most streamers are on that game at any one time for the last week. So you can kind of pick and choose like when you think your best time to stream is. So if you were a full-time streamer, you could really, base your schedule around, okay, there's a bunch of viewers here, but there's no streamers for this game. So I'm going to play this game at this time to target that audience.
Yeah, that enables you to like really narrow down, like
That is
really
really,
focus in.
cool.
Yeah, for real.
actually, I
No,
did
it
not know
is.
that.
This
But
is
the
super
problem
useful.
with that is you're more than likely going to be playing games that you either don't care for or
Right.
are just not fun.
Yeah.
So
Or
It's
at
true.
times you don't want to play.
Yeah, or at
exactly,
times you don't want to play.
you could be stuck playing at 2 o'clock in the morning, playing I don't know, just some random game.
Right. But I mean, if that's what you
But
want to do,
you might get
yeah,
views.
yeah, you might get views.
Dude,
All about the views, bro.
all about the views, man. No, I'm just kidding. It's not all about the views, but I mean,
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
that's really useful. That is
Yeah.
a very useful website for anybody listening right now. That's like really, really good.
what did you say?
Yeah,
it
did
was?
you see?
TwitchStrike.com? Is that what you said it was?
Yeah.
Um, Pride, did you hear about the Bethesda like live stream today?
The live stream, yeah. I actually
Did you
put
watch
out,
any of that?
I watched some of it. I didn't see anything change on it. There's been a couple scene changes on it, where like somebody came up with a puppet.
Oh my god, it's so weird.
It's so annoying.
So I put out a tweet out actually talking about it, and I told them how to become a Twitch partner. Easy mode, GG,
Oh, yeah,
Bethesda
I saw
Game
that, yeah.
Studio. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They had 143 or 134,000 viewers with just the bobblehead and the
What?
screen.
Jesus.
Dude, yeah, that they're actually. I was looking at like the top 5 games right now, and I was
Mhm.
like, talk shows number 2 right now. What the hell? And I click
Yeah.
on it, and it's literally Bethesda like taking like 140,000 people, and I'm just like, people have
Yeah,
been
they-
watching this all day, man.
I'm following them right now, and they're sitting at 74,000 viewers. So
I don't
Taking
understand.
all our
Like, what are they
viewers.
doing? Like, what's
They're
the-
like they're teasing like some type of Fallout release. Like I'm not sure
Ah.
if it's like nobody knows. We've Obsidian confirmed that they're
it's not them. Yeah.
right.
Huh.
So it's not. It's most likely, unless it's a different studio partner up. It's not like a Fallout, like what's
Yo,
it
will you
called?
grab me a
Spin-off
water,
like Fallout New
please?
Vegas.
It would
What do you
probably be like a remaster Fallout 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's remastered Fallout 3, actually, I like Bethesda, take my money. I'm definitely playing that, dude.
dude?
Uh,
Did you
That's-
play Fallout 3?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I played the crap out of Fallout 3. So when I was an EMT, I worked 24-hour shifts, and we
Damn.
would be at a station for. Cat, quit chasing the cat. Sorry. So we would be at a station for up to 24 hours at a time. Of course, we'd take calls when we needed to, but we would have downtime as well. So at one station that we had, we didn't have any internet. So I had an old Xbox 360 and I bought Fallout 3 for it. So I just played Fallout 3 for hours.
Yeah.
While I was working, I was getting
Fallout
paid to
Battle
play
Royale.
video games at work. And
Dude, that's the best job ever. Why did you quit that job? What are you doing?
it didn't pay.
Oh wait, it was volunteer.
No. Okay. Let me rephrase it.
Okay.
It
I know
didn't
what
pay
you mean,
well.
okay.
So
I got you.
yeah, so basically I got to play Fallout 3 a lot. And then the first time I played it on my friend's PC way back in the day. So
Dude, the first time I actually played Fallout 3 I was, how old was I? I must have been like 12. Yeah, I was 12 or something when it came out. Yeah, when did it come out? 2008?
something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if it
I
came
know
out
it
in
was a long
2008,
time ago.
I was like 12 or 13 and like I hated it. Like I played like 30 minutes of it, hated it. Then I bought it like a couple years ago after playing Fallout New Vegas. I think it was like 5 years ago when I was 19. And dude, it was like my favorite game. I played so much Fallout 3.
Yeah, it did come out in 2008.
Nice.
did double check.
Nailed it.
When Modern Warfare 2
but
came
yeah.
out.
Well, okay. I wanted to ask you this too, by the way, because it might be Destiny 2, but just in case, what would you say is like your favorite game of all time? Like, although it could be back up from like the oldest game possible.
I feel like we have to ask everybody that we bring on. We have. To
I
ask
love
them
this
that.
question.
It's
Yeah,
a good
it's
question.
so interesting. It's a
There's
very good
so
question.
many games.
It's a good question.
Minecraft.
No, he doesn't look like a Minecraft guy.
He
No,
looks like
I would
a Peggle.
honestly have to say Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
Oh, which
Great
one? Which
fucking
one?
answer.
Do I have to be specific because they're
Yeah,
all great?
you do.
Oh yeah, a little bit specific.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit, that scared me, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit.
That's my dad's dog.
Whoa.
She hates our cats. So we're in the basement.
Dude,
and
you got a family going on there, man,
Yeah,
don't you?
There's a window up here, and the dog can see in, and the cat's laying on the couch over there. So
It just like smashed its face.
yeah, pretty much, just like tries to break through the window every time it sees the cat. Anyways, back to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Great subject.
I thought about streaming
I-
Pokemon. That'd be fun.
Dude, that
So-
would be. I'm sorry.
The first time I played was Pokemon Yellow,
I played Blue. I think was the first one I played.
and the nostalgia with playing that game and just like remembering back to those days and those thoughts of that game and how much fun you had as a little kid sitting there on a Game Boy Color, playing the game. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
But I do have to say that I do like the DS games, and I think I had the most fun playing X and Y. That was the time I took it really, really serious. I actually got into competitive battling on the DS and playing the
Same.
card game as well. We actually went to a couple state and regional championships for the.
What?
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, really? Did you win any?
So sick.
No.
I mean, yo, you went though. That's so
Dude,
dope.
yo,
Yeah.
I went to Yu-Gi-Oh once
Yo,
before.
what
and,
was your
like,
team?
they
What was your
just
team in X?
Crush you.
What was your team?
Yeah, what was that?
What was your team in X?
Oh, for X and Y.
Yeah.
Loved X.
I'm trying to remember. It's been such a long time. I had Trevenant on my team, which I bred like myself. Like I did all the breeding.
I
had
did
a
that
shiny
too.
Dude,
5
that's so
IV.
nice.
And then who else did I have? I don't think I used Yavatal. Oh yeah, I used Gengar as well. I had like
Gengar's
a
dope.
grass, poison, and ghost type team.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's
And
interesting.
Tangrowth. Tangrowth was like one of my.
Ooh, that's a great one.
It's a good physical wall. It was like take a fire punch and not do any damage, even though it was super effective. It was great.
I've completely forgot the names of like everything. Like I remember because I played competitive. Well, kind of. I played competitive in like Diamond and Pearl. Basically, so like I would just play online versus like Japanese kids that would just like kick the crap
Smack
out of
you.
me.
I
Yeah,
think,
dude. I took one summer that though, like my sophomore year, and literally just EV trained everything, dude. Like by the end of it, I just had like a disgusting team.
Yeah, me
dude.
and me and
The
Aaron.
night that we found out about EV and IV training was like magical. We were mind blown. We were
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I didn't
wait
know
a
about that,
second.
too. You-
Wait,
was- how-
what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
here?
what did that feel like when you like heard about that crap? Like,
we
you
we
just,
were
like,
in Jordan's
So-
basement. We legitimately freaked out for hours.
And we decided, me and Aaron decided to battle each other. So I'm gonna tell this story because I
This
want
is
you to feel ashamed.
this is a shameful story.
So me and Aaron decided to battle each other, and we gave each other like 3 weeks. We didn't know how long it was gonna take, but I ended up training. I got some decent. I think I got like 3 IVs or something, or whatever it was, EV or IV. So he found out that you can. There's this app on your phone called Poca Creator.
Yep.
He cheated his whole team perfect, like perfect 6-6, everything. And I had like 3s. I just had a really good team. I beat him.
Fuck you, bro.
I beat him with my hard work
Hey,
and his cheating.
hey, you deserve.
He's like, I made my
You-
team 10 minutes ago.
You deserve.
Yeah, exactly.
You deserved the dub on that one. You did.
I walked in, threw some spikes on his Charizard, and it just went downhill from there.
cheaters never win, dude.
It's true. It's true. But you
alright.
hated Darkrai though. You hated Darkrai.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Darkrai was broken
we'll,
during that game.
Favorite Pokemon, bro.
dude. I was that a legendary?
Yeah, Darkrai went
Darkrai, yeah.
ham and
Oh.
fucking cheese.
Dude, I can't remember, dude. Like my favorite game of all time for Pokemon is Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. And
That was
Emerald.
my first one. My first one was Ruby. I was like, what is this game?
Dude,
Dude, I got that for my birthday.
my first one was Diamond.
Really?
Like my first Pokemon that I played was Diamond. Yeah, in like
That's crazy.
5th or 6th grade. Yeah, I came in late.
Really?
Yeah, it was the very
That's
first
crazy.
one that I-
Ruby's late, like,
Um,
almost even like.
Yeah. No, I came in hell.
It wasn't my first one. It was just
And-
my favorite one.
Ruby was the first original on GBA. Like there was Fire Red and
Yeah.
Leaf Green, but those were
Yeah,
kind of
those came out
remasters.
after, Yeah.
Yeah.
It used the engine from Ruby and Sapphire to make Leaf Green and Fire Red.
I loved Ruby, and then
Yeah,
when they
dude.
came out with Omega Ruby, I sold Omega
I never
Ruby.
played a Mega Ruby. Did you play a Mega Ruby, Pro? Was it awesome?
Yeah, I loved it. It was a great nostalgia. You know, good trip back to the Hoenn region. So
I actually
It's
tried to
fun.
get an emulator for that, like for so long to get an emulator so that,
That
way
was-
I could play.
when I got my gaming PC, that was like one of the first things I
Same.
downloaded, the emulator.
Same.
So so I have the option to play if I want to.
For sure.
So
It's just not the same though. You're just sitting there.
no,
We shouldn't have got into
Yeah.
that.
Mouse
Now you
and
got me thinking
keyboard or
straight
keyboard.
Pokemon.
Yeah, dude. It
It's-
has to be
it's-
like you're in the backseat of your parents' car, dude, with just
For
like your
real.
hands this close.
you're
and
trying to
just,
like see the screen as the streetlights
Oh,
go by.
Yes. Dude, I remember that for old Game Boy Colors without the lights, dude.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, dude. Aaron has no idea what we're talking about right now. He's
I
way too
remember
young.
the little.
Or you had the little light.
Yeah,
like-
yeah,
I
the
think-
little light that came out.
Dude,
Top.
yeah, right there.
Dude.
I never had.
That's
one.
not the light. That's just a
But-
boom.
Oh, Kaysoon said, is that, I don't know if that's how you say your name, but he said, remember Pokemon Stadium for 64?
Oh yeah.
Bro, Pokemon Stadium
Never
was
played it.
so fun.
Never
Like,
played it.
It
I used
wasn't
to
even the
run-
battling. It was just the mini games.
Oh my gosh, dude! The fact I just
Wait.
loved that game. The fact that I could just go in and be like, "Oh, I want to play with Blastoise," or like, "Oh," and he was like, "Oh my."
All right,
gosh,
next
Pokemon
next
Stadium was so
question.
good. Alright.
Favorite Pokemon?
Okay.
My favorite Pokemon? God. I have too many.
Okay, top 3. Let's do top 3.
Okay, I'll do top 3. Dragonite, Darkrai,
Ooh.
Dude, I
And-
love Dragonite.
I'll have to go with like Totodile.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Mine, I think mine would be Blastoise, Sceptile, and Empoleon.
Straight starters.
Empoleon?
Yeah, I like starters. I'm not a big fan of legendaries. What about you?
Bro, mine would definitely number
Darkrai.
1. Darkrai.
Yeah.
Easy. Probably Lucario.
Yeah,
He was
that's,
super
that's a
good.
cool
I love
one.
Lucario.
He was like a weird like addition to like
And-
the egg and stuff.
Dude, I don't know. I really fucked with Toxic Croak. Toxic Croak was sick.
Toxic
Dude,
Crow.
dude,
That was,
Toxic Croak
that was
was
another Pokemon
sick.
I had on my competitive.
or like
Toxic Croak.
Scyther and Scizor. Dude, it's hard. Okay?
Yeah, you like those
It's
like
it's
those
super
those
hard.
low key like.
Badass.
Yeah.
Pokemon. Fuck yeah, I do. You're right.
What about you, Mike?
I'm- Can I change my third?
You're
Thanks,
able
Go
to.
ahead.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
can.
Tyranitar.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
dude. Yes.
Can you grab my drawing, babe?
That's my top three. My top three, like Pokemon that I always had to have on my team, no matter what, even if they don't make any sense, I like Mudkip. Mudkip's one of my favorite ones.
Do you like
Mudkip.
Mudkips?
Dude,
He
I
keeps
love
his
Mudkip.
Mudkip level 100 Mudkip.
I like Mudkip, I like Raichu, and I like Tyranitar.
Raichu
Yeah.
goes hard.
Dude, I used to have a level. I had a level 100 Raichu that I trained like by myself. Like the first time I had gotten a Pokemon to like 100.
I
and,
hate
like,
Pikachu.
Bro,
I
don't know.
I used to literally solely beat the Elite Four with my Raichu. Like I would just go in with only my Raichu and just kick.
Dude,
the shit out of
Surfy
it.
Cat
legit,
said,
that's
"All
legit
right."
how Connor Harmon plays Pokemon. He just straight freeze plays it.
Surfy Cat said, "All right, I just pissed all over my bedspread. Now I'm super glued to my mattress. Help!"
Dude, what is happening?
How did that happen?
I don't even know how that happened, dude. But okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. But basically, the last question we ask every single streamer that we have on here, Pariah, that's like I guess as tradition, is what is one tip you would give to the number one tip you could give to anyone, even if you repeated it already, like to anyone that's trying to start streaming?
Just do it.
Just do it. You're
Yeah.
going with Nike?
I mean, seriously, like that's all you have to do is just do it. Don't worry about the viewers. Don't worry about the followers. Don't worry about your equipment. Just do it. Like honestly, you could stream with just your console. You don't even need anything else. As long as you start getting your name out there, you just do it. If you don't start, you never will.
Right.
And if you just give up, you're just gonna give up. Like there's. Thank you. Oh, yours is in here too. So, I got into drawing recently. Sorry, this is
No,
off topic.
No, you're good. You're good.
Did we
I-
tangent?
I
like, so
remember you
hard
asking
for
for the
videos?
picture, and he just
So
received his
this is back to the Pokemon thing. Like I got into drawing, like trying to learn how to shade and stuff and color with pencils and stuff. So I decided to draw a Tyranitar like freehand, and this is like the first drawing I did.
Yo,
Bro, what the fuck?
That's actually really
Dude,
good.
that's actually
Oh,
so
good,
dope.
dude.
So
Yo.
dope.
That's
Yeah.
actually sick. What the hell?
Bro,
Dude, that's
So, like-
super surprising.
for real,
yeah,
did not
so-
see that coming.
I was expecting to see like.
Yeah. Rawr! Like that's it.
It looks nothing like Tyranitar. Oh, dude, that was great, man.
It's like that Charmander tattoo that became a.
yeah, yeah, where it was like really warped.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
yeah, I
all
love that.
jacked up. But yeah, seriously though, like the biggest tip I could give to anybody that is starting out is to not worry about your numbers and just build your community. And like that's honestly it. Like make connections with people. That's all you have to do. And from there, it like you said earlier, it'll snowball. You make friends with one person and they're friends with another. And sometimes you don't even know they're friends with the other person. Like I was in another streamer's stream a couple nights ago, and I realized that one of my viewers is one of the top cheerers in their stream. And
That's
I had no clue that they were even connected.
Right.
So it's one of those things where like if you're making friends, you're doing well. And don't make enemies with people. Just
Yeah.
you know, you
Never a
don't-
good business practice.
no, it's never a good practice. But yeah, you just got to get out there and do it and make friends and build your community. Make sure that you're being honest with yourself and with your community about who you are and what you're playing, and always trying to have fun. So, I mean that's pretty much it.
Good advice to
That's
That's
give,
good
man.
advice. Just do
Absolutely beautiful.
it. Just do
Dude, I
it.
love to just do it, yo, because like that's so simple and it's so true, man.
It is
Just-
though.
just
Just
gotta-
play some.
There's
damn
nothing
video games.
complicated about it. There's really nothing complicated about it. Like everything else is just fancy equipment. And I mean, people are gonna come for you, and if you're honest and you build your community around you and how you are, your personality, you're not gonna have to worry about the equipment, So
That's something I fall prey to. I try to. Well, I just like to make my stuff look
I
as
just
nice as possible all the time.
Yeah,
That's,
it's all about
fun.
the aesthetics.
It's
dude.
fun for me. It's not. It's not like
yeah,
I
I'm not
need
gonna
it.
lie. That helps a lot. It does help
Yeah.
a lot having good equipment and having nice sounding stuff, having nice lighting, having a good background, and being aesthetically pleasing, and it all helps. It helps, but
The
you have
main-
to build
the
your
main thing
initial
is-
community
is-
somehow.
Is your personality? That's the main thing.
I wanted to add on to that too. It was like if you're starting out, don't go wicked hard into buying a bunch of crap just because you might not know if like you want to continue doing it after
Right.
like doing it for a while. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's good to just try it out and then buy the
So-
stuff after.
So I kind of, like I said, I got into it in April, like early April with a PlayStation camera, and I kind of jumped all in with it because I knew I liked it so much. But
Right.
I was able to do it, you know,
Right.
and I kind of want to make this thing, you know, actually happen. I want to make
Right.
it work.
Make it real.
Yeah,
So
that's the
I
thing.
decided to make that investment. And I mean, it's not like the stuff that you buy isn't worthless after you buy it. I mean, there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
secondhand market for everything. So if you're thrifty and you're crafty, you can always sell your stuff if it doesn't work out. But that's the last option you should, you know, look for.
Yeah.
It's just keep pushing and always do it. Be on time, and that's it.
Alright, dope.
But all right, man. That was really great. I love seriously. Thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
on our
bro,
stream,
this
man.
was
Like,
Yeah, no worries.
this was like a
I
super
appreciate
fun
y'all
time.
having.
I had like a great
Dude,
time.
Eric, you wanna take us to the outro? Actually, before we
Yeah,
do that,
go ahead and plug
Pride,
all your socials.
yeah, plug all your socials in the chat, or if you want to just say it out loud, Brian.
Yeah, so you guys can find me on Facebook at Green Pariah Gaming, or you can just search on the pages as @Pariah. I know that I'll type it in as well. And then Twitter, it's @Pariah with all underscores. And then obviously Twitch, you're going to find me at twitch.tv/Green Pariah.
Yeah, you're the one that was like talking in the chat. So
Yeah.
yeah, there you
And
go. We
then-
plugged it in for you already.
Yeah, there we go. And then on Instagram, you'll be able to find me at Green Pariah with an underscore at the end, or 2 underscores at the end.
Yeah, that's the thing we
Three?
got to move to.
It's 3 underscores at the end.
Yeah, we're
Three
talking about
underscores.
we're talking about
Yeah.
getting our Facebook and Instagram going pretty soon.
Mhm.
We just want to make sure we're
that's-
getting good content.
So,
one thing that I wanted to ask you before like you go, what do you what do you think is like specifically the best content to streamline to Facebook, like
Or
what do you-
Instagram.
Yeah, well, I know about Instagram, but like Facebook is like wild to me.
So Facebook is kind of an interesting concept for me because it's kind of hard to generate interest on my Facebook page because it's so small. Pretty much it's all friends and family that have liked my page. But whenever there's an interaction with a friend, is it 4 underscores? on Insta? Holy shit. My wife's correcting me.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, so it's 4 underscores after Green Pariah on Instagram. So Facebook's kind of nice because if somebody like a friend or family likes one of my posts on Facebook, my gaming page, now it becomes part of their friends and family's feeds. So it grows
really?
exponentially. Yeah. And Instagram, I have a lot more success with Instagram strictly because of hashtags. They're very easy to use, and you can target your audience to be specific. So I have, like I said, I have a lot more success on Instagram than I do Facebook, and it's strictly because of the hashtag.
Hashtags.
Interesting.
It makes a big difference
Dope.
because you're able to, like, it even tells you like how many posts have been made with that tag ever or within the last hour or so.
Twitter changed their algorithm a little bit too, which is like cool because I don't actually have to like make tags. I can just say, like, if, for instance, when I did the tweet that we were going live with you, that's why I said Twitch streamer like in the front of it, because like obviously like people click on your name, like they know exactly like what you do.
Right.
It just add the
You don't have to add
the-
hashtags.
the
Is what Mike's trying to say.
So basically you don't have to add hashtags on Twitter. The algorithm already picks up just on the words itself, so you'll show up in like the latest, like if
Right.
you just say like what you have to do,
Right.
which I
And-
noticed.
There's a lot of actual and Instagram's kind of cool in this sense because you can post on Instagram and it'll share automatically to your Facebook page if it's connected. So if you make your post on Instagram, you select a button and it'll automatically post on your selected Facebook page. You can also do that with Twitter and Tumblr as well, all through Instagram.
Interesting.
The only problem is if you are using Instagram to post to your Twitter, you have to keep it really short. Otherwise, it'll post it as a link to your Insta, not as a full post.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Good
All right,
to know.
Eric. Take us out.
All right, guys. That's going to do it for today's episode of TBB TV. Appreciate you guys coming into the chat. Pariah's viewers, TBB viewers,
Everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, we love all you guys.
We love you
Seriously.
guys. Make sure you go follow Pariah and check him out. Show him some love. Give him some follows.
For sure.
And then if you guys are interested in some TBB content, make sure you check the links down below. Join the Discord if you want to find out. It's really hard because we're on everything. So it's really hard to plug.
So, like plugging is just like a freaking list.
Like,
we're like
follow
reading
this,
off
sub to
documents,
this,
we're this.
like do this. What else we got here?
Yeah.
But you guys know what to do. But like we said, we appreciate you guys for coming out. Make sure you go follow Green Pariah, and if you guys are interested in our stuff, check it out. Hope you guys have a great night. Peace.